The bell above the jewelry store door jingled sharply as the Korean Mafia boss strode in, his presence cutting through the soft hum of classical music. His polished shoes clicked against the marble floor, echoing like a warning. He had come to buy an engagement ring, a symbol for a strategic marriage that would cement his empire. But the moment he looked up, he froze. Behind the counter stood her, his ex. Her hands moved expertly, arranging rings, but the world seemed to shrink around them. Her eyes met his, calm, steady, and somehow piercing. The man who ruled the streets felt like a teenager again, frozen, powerless. She looked up, recognition flashing, but her voice remained professional. "Can I help you, sir?" He swallowed, the sound louder in the sudden silence. "Yes, show me your engagement rings." His voice was steady, but his pulse betrayed him. His bodyguards noticed the hesitation, and a flicker of concern crossed their faces. As she selected rings, she maintained her composure, but he noticed the subtle tremor in her hands. Memories crashed back, nights they spent dreaming of a future together, promises whispered under the Seoul skyline. He had left her years ago, choosing ambition over love, thinking it would protect her from his dangerous life. Yet here she was, standing before him, untouched by time and holding a quiet power over his heart. "Are these suitable?" she asked softly, holding a delicate diamond ring. "For another woman," he replied, forcing a smile. Her lips curved just slightly, knowing more than he imagined. She pulled out another ring, one that mirrored the one he had once given her, a promise he had broken. "Some men buy rings to apologize too," she whispered, just loud enough for him to hear. He felt it, the weight of every choice, every mistake. He had built an empire, but she reminded him of the life he had abandoned. You're here by chance?" he asked, though he knew the answer. "I never believe in coincidence," she said, eyes unwavering. "I followed your name. I wanted to see if the man I knew still had a heart." The store door burst open and masked men charged in, guns blazing. Glass shattered and screams erupted. Without hesitation, he shielded her, pushing her to the floor. His guards reacted instantly, but he was consumed by a singular thought, protecting her. For the first time, the fearsome boss had a weakness, and it was her. "You're insane," one of his bodyguards shouted. "We need to get out now." He shook his head, not without her. She looked up at him, a mix of fear and trust shining in her eyes. "I'm not leaving," she said. "Not now." Bullets tore through the air, and he grabbed her hand, dragging her behind a counter. "I walked away once. I won't do it again," he growled, voice low but firm. They ducked as the gunmen advanced, but his control of the situation was precise. He led her through a side exit, into the crowded streets of Seoul, blending into the chaos. The sound of sirens approached, forcing the rivals to retreat. She clutched his hand, her heart racing. He looked down at her, a rare softness in his eyes, and for the first time in years, the empire felt meaningless compared to her. They paused in a quiet alley, catching their breath. He released her hand but didn't let go of her gaze. "I should have never left. I should have fought for you," he admitted, the words heavy with regret. "I waited," she whispered, "even when I thought you'd never return." He reached into his pocket, pulling out a small velvet box. But instead of giving it to her, he placed it on the pavement. "Some promises," he said, voice rough, "need to be earned, not bought." She looked at him, eyes glistening, and nodded. "Then let's start over carefully," she said, a smile breaking through the tension. As they disappeared into the shadows, a voiceover spoke softly. "The most dangerous decision a man can make is choosing love over power." If you loved this story, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and comment below with what you think happens next. Every click helps more stories like this come to life.